Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing today? Bit of a late start, but it is what it is. And what it is what it is. I'm just tinkering a little bit here. Just ensuring that the chat is good. Ugh. The Twitch. See, I should probably refresh the chat because stream did not end. Here we go. Refreshed. Let's see. Hey, I think we're just ready to start. All right. So, more Slorbin time. Whoa. Yeah, I think we need to increase the see, they're friendly with each other, so they don't attack. I need to turn off the shadow casting from the freaking hands. Unless isn't there? I don't know. and then shadow only. Yeah, I mean, it looks kind of weird. Casting shadows on me too. No shadows probably makes more sense, honestly. We can do a drop shadow, I guess. That is not a penguin. You should get glasses. Penguin don't have hands? Yeah, I don't know, man. I think your brain broken, because that is obviously a penguin. Welcome, Purple Beaks. Yeah, right, because the drop shadow has to be below, not... Yeah. Hello first, penguin. Why don't you say hello to me? Why do you never say hello to me, penguin? Life's good, life's good. I'm, Slorbin. You know how it goes. You know how it goes, Purple Beaks. Am I right? Wait, is there like some weird shadow water effect that I'm... No, I think that's... so yeah, look here, look. You can press B and it spawns in the slorbs. And then go in and start attacking each other. But I don't know, like it seems like the color is not really matching, is it? Although... Yeah, wait. So if I disable this one... No, it still just renders as white. I wonder... Effect ability renderer, right? But that's weird though. I guess it seems like it's not really coloring anything. Let's put down some spikes. Spike particles. I mean, it's supposed to. But it just seems like maybe the start color... Maybe it spawns in the particles too early. We can do this. We render and then we don't play on awake. And then for wait, what the heck? Oh. Particle systems. So what's up with you, Purple Beaks? Are we doing good? Yeah, play on awake. Of course it wouldn't change the color. And it would only change the ones that get spawned after awake. Missed y'all? Well, hey, glad to have you back, buddy. The more the merrier, I always say. You slorb. Cast your spikes. You're just like, I need to make like a restart. I'm gonna add a restart button. Ah. Dude. What? A single freaking spike? It's not like setting the radius, I think. Let's see here. What's the radius on this freaking spike thing he cast? No, okay. Well, like Spike's clone here. I want to see emission 10, right? Shape. Radius is 0.0001. Okay. Something's up. It's probably the, I mean, because the delivery runner, like this is the radius, so it's setting the happy Diwali, yeah, Diwali. Yeah, okay, storage.radius equals radius if there is no speed. Otherwise, we just set the max radius, but the spikes should just start with the max radius. So the ability renderer, because it's already, I mean, it has the right radius. Because here we do storage.radius, rate over time. Shape.radius equals, if it's an AoE. Yeah, that's the problem. We need to know if the Because there we're just pulling the radius, but we're not. Okay, yeah. Wait, I think in the ability generator, we can ban. So generate ability links, generate delivery ref. And then we have the sanitize, right? So sanitize and validate delivery. And we can do var parameters to remove. Well, I guess we can. It makes more sense to sanitize before adding. We don't add stuff we shouldn't be adding. So here, when we make a new param, if effect params I dot allow delivery types
Purplebeak said Penguin
so the
GTA
raw
seems
flag
to be fine.
and the effect spec dot type wait, why is it allowed delivery type? Some delivery types aren't. No, it's effect type. Allowed effect type. Equals 1 or equals 0, then we continue. And we can do the same. Oh. Yeah. Oh, no. Var effect mask equals effect type effect runs I dot allow dot raw. Wait, no. Oh. That's the thing. We don't know. I guess we just have to say if it contains, we can't just do the masking. Your Wi-Fi seems peak like my beak. Like that, and then if effect mask dot contains. Okay, dot has. And then the same here. Delivery. Allow delivery type. And delivery type. Oh, delivery spec. And then we just say that for the params, just have to go over there and ensure that we don't basically the issue is that spikes just get emitted once, and so we need to ensure that spikes don't spawn in with a velocity, because of course a spike shouldn't have a velocity. Distance should be projectile and AoE. Spikes doesn't make sense because that's radius. Bubble doesn't make sense because that's also radius. Duration, right? Bubbles also. Radius can be everything, but speed is not everything. We do not want speedy spikes. I don't think bubbles should have speed either. Slime, sure. And then we say here in the renderer or the delivery system, delivery runner here. Yeah, if it doesn't have the parameter speed, then I mean, we should be setting the radius. Yeah. Ability. We sanitize here. And we have to say that if type equals spikes, or type equals or bubbles or AoE, right? If it's any one of these, it needs to have yeah, because here we're saying if it doesn't have a speed or a duration, then we introduce a duration. We prioritize duration over speed. But if there's no speed still, we also need to set a radius. Delivery spec parameters add get default curve delivery for delivery param radius, and gets a default radius. Okay, let's just add the reset. I think we have FPS controller here, and then Update. If input, or we can just do that up there. No, if keyboard dot current key dot r dot was press this frame scene manager dot load scene get active scene name, and then also need to add it to the build file, build profiles, add current scene. Okay, sweet. Okay. Attack slorbs. That's beautiful. Look at them using all their different slorb techniques. I feel like there has to be a little bit more space between the... Oh shit, dude. That guy was friendly. You didn't have to attack him. What do you do? Okay. Right. The distance between the slorbs is problematic. So let's go to the slorb AI here. Minimum distance 4. Let's set that to 5, and then we'll set the slorb stopping distance to be also like 5 or something. Or like 4. I don't know. Stopping distance. Let's set that to 5 and then have that be 6. I've been working on this for 2 streams now. Glorb. Glorb Gleeble Gumble. Oh! Holy shit, there's so many spikes. We can cut down on the spikes, guys. Holy shit. I think ability renderer and then spikes. Yeah, spikes is 35. That should be 10. Let's just restart. Go, go, go. Oh hell yeah. There's still quite a few spikes. Let's have that be 5 and this be 20. Here we go. I feel like the duration of the spikes is a bit too long. And they also don't go down entirely. I'm working on Slorb Gleeble Gumble. Yeah, they need to go down. We need to change the spike particles here. Because this is the absolute position, and then we'll make it go down so it actually like gets obscured. No, it still doesn't go down enough, does it? Okay, slorbs. Anyone got the spikes? No, it seems like they don't have the spikes. Seems like those bubbles last forever, don't they? Restart. Any spells? Yeah. I mean, for some of the spikes, they actually go down. Hello, Soul Studios. Look at all these slorbs. Holy shit. Now this is what I call slorbtastic gameplay. Yeah, the problem, I think, like in terms of like the attacks, they feel a bit unconnected to the slorbs themselves. Like obviously ignoring the fact that these freaking attacks like linger forever. Oh shit. Welcome, Mega. Why human hands? Why not? These are penguin hands. Have you not seen penguin hands before? Fake fan. Wait, I just need to see here. Like... Okay, this one doesn't spawn in with the new prefab variant. Let's see. I just want to see that the spikes work. Right, slorbs. See, I don't know why some of them spawn in with... What are you guys doing? You're just standing around. You're like, oh, oh. Penguin slorbs. Now that's just crazy. Okay, what effect? It's damage, but that's the effect. I want to see what the actual delivery spec is. Distance and speed. There shouldn't be distance on spikes. Yeah, okay. I don't think we're allowed delivery type. Oh, we inverted it. But yeah, Matt, I fixed the yeah, see you around, Razor Boy. I fixed the Minecraft server map, so that works now. Fishsoft.com/maps. You can see Gooply here is in Death Valley or whatever it's called. But yeah, it's it loads in based on player location, so it's gonna be quite out of date. So I recommend like rediscovering a lot of those things. Oh, now we're talking. Holy shit, though, that's a lot of damage. I feel like it's way too many spikes. It is way too many spikes. It's like an insane amount of spikes. Let's see. I think it's the renderer again. Ability renderer. But it might be that it's just rendering like too many freaking... Yeah, because that is the thing also. Rate over time doesn't change the burst rate. Because it's a rate over time for bubbles, but it's not. So here, rate over time. If delivery type spikes, then emission dot burst bar burst equals get burst 0 burst dot count equals 5, and then emission dot set burst 0 burst. And then we can set that to like 10 or something instead. Right, slorbs. Oh. Like what is this guy doing? Is there anything he's doing? He's not using any attacks or anything. He's just standing around like a little idiot. Just taking damage, Florb style. But he shouldn't be using any more attacks now, because he doesn't have a target. Pal World? What are you talking about, Pal World? This is Minecraft. This is Minecraft, not Pal World. I think maybe he spawned in with the slime type attacks and he can't use them. That's my guess. There is a chance to spawn in with a slime type attack. Duration, everything, not just undefined, it's everything. Radius is everything. Speed. Well, the thing is, radius should probably be something like size, but then size and radius are like overlapping parameters, although using pulling of parameters we can still anticipate the fact that we're attempting to set like the radius of a bullet, which would be impossible. We'd have to set size of a bullet. Whoa! Florbs, calm down. Yeah, we'll make like an attack animation, I think. We'll make an attack animation. So let's put down a slorb. A little attack animation. So we have the animation here. I wonder why it says slorb 4. Oh yeah, because there's one obscure one. Here, big flip attack. Arvo. Hey, welcome, Gufford. How scared were you when the server was a weird version? Not that scared, I just thought you were a bit daft. Yeah, well, I mean, I went to download the 1.29 paper release, and for whatever reason, I downloaded a pre-release. But the issue is that everyone has basically moved on from 1.21.9 to 1.21.10, because that is the official supported version. Whereas 21.9 is like, I don't know, just temporary version that everyone sort of glossed over. Well, we might as well just stay on 21.9 until 21.11. I don't think that's necessarily a good idea. I think 21.10 seems to be like a long-term update. But we'll see. I think more developers seem to be more eager to update their shit to 21.10 than they are to, like, I don't think most developers are probably not going to update their stuff to 21.9. Like, they're probably skipping this version, like, if there's anything new that's coming out. Like, Dynmap, for example, I had to find a fork of that, so it's not even like the official release. Just some random community member who updated it. Okay, but we'll see. I mean, you know, we'll just wait and keep an eye out. I don't think there's any rush to update. I don't even know what 21.10 has that 9 doesn't. Yeah, bug fixes. Okay, let's see if these slorbs cast attack. Oh shit, this slorb doesn't have any oh wait, attack doesn't have there, and then we'll delete this slorb. I think I have to have like some particles above the slorb as they're casting the spell. None of these slorbs are using the animations. You're supposed to use attack. Okay, it is triggering attack. Do the spells work on a cooldown? Yeah, they have cooldowns. I think maybe the attack is being like overwritten. No, an attack should be affecting the body. Like he should be making this motion. They would wait for a target. They would wait for a target. Oh, it's spawn random ability. Okay, so they're not even using the... That's the thing. Okay. Now it should work. There we go. He's casting his spell. Okay, wait. Let's restart. Spawning some slorbs. They're all on the same timer, though. Beautiful work, guys. You did great. Here's more slorbs. Great job, you guys. You're doing great. Infinite slorbs. They're just instantly killing themselves by the previous leftovers of the other slorbs. I feel like the duration of the freaking bubbles are insane. Either that or... like there's like little sense of action and self-preservation. They just walk up to each other, they cast these spells, and there's no sense of feedback. I think that's the big thing. I think it would, for this game to feel like it's fun, the spells have to be fun even in this stage. I feel even in this prototype stage, there has to be an element of... I think what's lacking might be the... like, shock doesn't shock. Fire doesn't cause fire, you know? That feels like it might be the big issue. Hey, yo, I unlocked the speedrunning strat for... beautiful, I love this. The sunset in Slorb. I unlocked the jumping speedrun trick. And I'm soaring down. Wow, this is beautiful. This reminds me of my private and high school days. Yippee! Okay. I think having these status managers might make sense. And also maybe one thing that would make more sense is switching out some of the particles occasionally. Like, obviously bubbles shouldn't be, you know, bubbles should only change color depending on the element, but like an AoE would reasonably have different particles. Like an electric AoE should have electric particles, you know, and same goes for like a fire AoE should have fire particles, not just red particles. And like healing would have like the pluses, you know, or whatever. But let's see. Because I don't know why these particle systems aren't... Oh, is it because it's not looping, or... I think it would be cool if the slorbs had a glowing effect when their cooldown is almost ready. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Some visual feedback as to like, so there's a level of anticipation for when the next attack is going to be activated. I don't know why these particles aren't working. They used to work. 75 shape. Circle. Is it the start size is 0? Okay. There we go. Okay, now it should be a little bit more variation in the slurp attacks. The last one I need to implement is the slime one, and then we have like a decent set of variety, but then after that, I think that we have like some attacks to work with. Like you can see, it becomes like this freaking particle mess chaos. It's just way too much shit going on. It becomes a little bit ridiculous. And they're all going like quite close to each other too. But like all these spells are procedurally generated, right? So, like that's ice spikes that guy just used there. And there you have like some, I think it's wind fire bubbles or something. And that's some ice or magic AoE, I think that guy's shooting out. So it's all, you know, it's all procedural, all of these effects. And that's like a healing one, the green one. But of course, healing doesn't work right now, so it just deals damage instead. But I mean, you can see that a part of the problem is that there's this constant onslaught of particles, right? There's no sense of like, pause between the abilities. There's no, like, as one uses an ability, like they just spam their abilities essentially. I mean, even 3 seconds cooldown is feels like it would be much, but it's not. I'm gonna just try to increase the cooldown and make it also like random. So we replace this with like 5. We can do this. Private float cooldown, and then we just set it to be so they don't synchronize and use them all at the same time. Cooldown should of course be tied to the ability itself, so we should be iterating through all the abilities to see, is there an ability that is not on cooldown? If so, use it if you're able to, right? That should be the general purpose AI consideration is, hey, if you have an ability that's not on cooldown, use it. And then cooldown equals mathf dot random, or not, it's random. And we'll do like 4 and 7 or something, so there can be like a considerable cooldown, and we'll see what happens. Just a little vibe check. Like that guy just used an ability. Oh, he's got like the shittiest AoE ever, dude. He's got the tiniest radius AoE. Yeah. Kill the slurp. I mean, it feels a little better now that there's a little bit more spaced out, but Patient Suicide Gumble. I'm a game developer. I'm considered doing dev streams. I often see 1 to 2 viewers and was wondering if it's worth it. You seem consistent. What percent of dev do you do off stream? I mean, I generally have on Twitch, I have like 5 to 10 viewers. On Shorts, it's very different. Sometimes I'll have even up to like 40 viewers, but I don't personally stream with the intent of you know, becoming a big streamer. I stream because I enjoy it. So if you don't think you'll enjoy streaming, then don't do it. If you think you'd enjoy it, then do it, you know. That's my suggestion as far as streaming for dev goes. Because if you want to become big streaming dev, you're gonna have to be doing things that aren't just dev. Because no one watches someone who's actually genuinely a game developer develop games. Like it's just not that engaging of a content, right? A lot of it is nasty bugs, working through systems that are generally completely uninteresting. One of the, you know, if we're talking about like requests for what I should do is, can you please show your game? And I'm like, dude, I'm working on the game. This is the game. Like I have the, you know, programming coming up or whatever. It's like, so people are going to constantly hammer on about, you know, requesting you to not work essentially and you know, do a little dance monkey dance situation. So but that's the situation, right? Most people just aren't interested in game development, which is completely fine and understandable. But for those who do stick around and chat and sometimes provide valuable feedback and, you know, engagement, that's nice. But yeah, don't do it because you expect viewers. Just don't. Slorb fart battle, 100%, dude. But I just stream when I work. I will work off stream usually after I'm done streaming, or sometimes before I start streaming. But usually it's after I'm done streaming. I'll shut it down and try to like lock in especially hard and try to just finish up. I think I have like a glue model or something that I can use for the slime. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, people show up, they see like the stream overlay, and they see like the corn penguin, and you know, that most people don't care about whatever it is I'm doing. Some people do, but most don't. But I mean that also shows you like I put a bit more effort into the non-game dev related experience than probably most game developers, streamers do. But yeah. Hello. Oh, welcome from Iran. Yeah, see you, Nox GameDev. I was gonna add, right, glue. Glue glob. That's the one. Glob. That's a perfect name. I can show you this cool shit I did. I ran so far away. I get it. I get it now. Node-based attack system. So technically I'm not using nodes. Technically I'm not using nodes. I'm using sequences. They mating? No, they're casting their bubble spells. We'll see what other spells they have. There's an AoE, there's a bubble spell. There's a projectile. The white projectile specifically. There's another electric AoE, another projectile spell. We'll see. They have a spike attack as well. There we go. Some spikes from the ground. Ah! 2 minutes of ads is absurd. I don't control the ads. I have two options basically. One is pre-rolls, which is the death of a channel, right? And the other is ads during stream. But yeah, it's pretty nice. Ah! He killed himself. He used the gumble, the suicide gumble. Well, so basically what I did was I implemented this particle system rendering thing. So I used the renderer, yada yada. Yeah, I need to fix the lard pop-up. So it's all handled through particle systems. There's no, there's just a collider and a particle system. I run all the, based on the data, I have this ability renderer here that has a basic render method, and depending on the current state of the central data, I just render the particle systems. I update, you know, the radius, the rate over time, change the burst, and just do that depending on what delivery type it is. And the same, like, I update the effect style depending on the, like, update the color depending on what kind of effect it is, and that will later hook up to, like, textures or meshes and stuff. But you can see, like, yeah, the spikes there are mesh particle systems. So I think, yeah, he's got, like, a fire and ice spikes that he brings up there. And I have like a team management system, so these guys don't attack each other. They're on the same team. And that's a projectile there, so... You see, he launches the projectile, and instead of, like, destroying the object, all I do is essentially... I have this in the data storage. There's a disabled variable, which I think I'm going to do, like, you can subscribe to callbacks from the data, so the storage can have, like, some awareness that it's been updated. So, like, if you want to subscribe to an event that gets called, there's no pooling yet. There's no pooling yet, but I could easily pool it if I wanted to. Because essentially, I mean, you know, I can pull in a number of, like, every delivery, right? Every delivery is a prefab variant. So there's an AoE delivery, bubbles delivery, projectile, spikes. These are all separate prefabs. Nested under those prefabs are a number of particle systems. So AoE particles, bubble particles. And these particles, essentially, like an AoE particle will look like this. Except now it doesn't. Oh, right, I'm paused. Let's see here. I'll pull out the particle system you can see. So that's the AoE particle system. Bubbles particle system. It spawns in these bubbles. Projectile is like a trail based almost, you know. Suspected to be moving in world space. and spikes, which I wrote a custom position over lifetime, so it like shoots them up over the ground and they go back down again. It's a bit janky, but it works. And so these particles exist. By the way, is delivery type.aoe a class now? It is enum. It is enum. I wrote this auto-generating thing. So for I have a auto-generated script that generates this param ID class, essentially. This class here. So I can access. Basically, I have these param IDs here, as defined in scriptable objects. So this is like distance parameter, duration parameter, radius parameter, and they have separate numbered IDs, you know, so distance is 0, radius is 1, speed is 2, and then I can just see here in the effect runner, for example, I can say if the param ID is effect param dot physical damage. So this is code gen here. Effect param dot physical damage is generated code. So I can compare and say if the effects get triggered, right, then we see what parameters exist on the effect. If one of those parameters is physical damage, then we trigger the physical damage method on the I damageable, which is being affected by it. Well, I don't know, but the thing is, I'm not editing these things. These are being like procedurally generated. I don't envision needing tooling. The only time I would envision needing anything is visualization. And I think I can probably fit that neatly into my like abilities visualizer here. Like it's all about sequences, right? This is none of it is authored. The only stuff I author is for I author the parameters. I author the particle systems and the styles for those particle systems. And then I author what sort of you know, the enums I've authored as well, right? But the rest is all procedural. Yeah, I have basically so for like the parameters, I have like this allowed delivery type. So this is like a mask essentially for no, terrain is not going to be procedural. It's going to be a set level. I try to keep the scope as small as possible essentially. But essentially, yeah, I have these parameters and they have a mask essentially for what type of, you know, like if it's a parameter for a delivery, right? So like a parameter for a projectile or AoE or whatever, I need to say for what deliveries does this parameter even apply. So like, for example, distance, when I procedurally generate something, I'm not going to apply a distance parameter to like a freaking AoE, for example, right? Because an AoE only happens within an area of effect of yourself, right? So an AoE would not get a distance parameter. Only a projectile would get a distance parameter. Duration can apply to any type of delivery. Radius, well, projectile technically maybe shouldn't have radius, but you can use radius to describe like the size of the projectile. So I'm willing to allow that. Maybe that should be separate, like size parameter. If you want to be like, you know, but I would prefer to have them sort of mean different things within, depending on the context, rather than, you know, flooding with a bunch of parameters. And speed is also like, you can't have speed on the spikes because the spikes go out of the ground, right? They don't like spread out at a rate or fly away at a rate. They're just up from the ground, static position. So there's no like speed generated for them. Less confusion if you do size param. Yeah, maybe. I'll notice it later when I add more parameters if I need to split them up a little bit. Yeah, but it's like how fast they go up. But that's like a visual parameter. That's not necessarily a delivery parameter. Like you would have the delivery specification consists of a bunch of parameters. But then you can also have, like, for the delivery itself, there could be like a delay, but that's not a parameter of the delivery itself. That's a specification of the delivery, which is a bit. I keep a separation there because I feel like this defines the active behavior, not the inactive behavior. So like, what is the delay until something gets triggered is not active behavior, whereas the distance it should travel, the duration for which it should exist, the radius are all like active describing behavior, right? And same with like repeats is also an inactive description. And then effects also has these parameters that are like allowed on some things and allowed on not allowed on others. So like, for example, you can't have a healing parameter on the healing effect, right? And likewise, damage can't heal. So it's a nice like culling, but that sanitizes basically what parameters get applied in the procedural generation. But then we go into the actual ability generator here. We have I generate abilities, right? So you can pull and say, hey, I'd like to generate n abilities. And then for that ability, we generate between 1 and 2 deliveries and 1 and 2 effects. And then we generate, these delivery references here. And then we iterate essentially like for every parameter that exists globally, is this a delivery type that allows this type of delivery? If not, then we just ignore this parameter. And then we do a random range to say, hey, should we include this parameter or not? And that we do the same for the effect, right? So a random bunch of parameters get applied. And then at the end, we check, we sanitize and validate the ability. So we basically check, okay, now that the ability is generated, we know that there are no one-line if statement. It's never come back and bit me in the ass. It never has. People keep saying it will, but it never has. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just superior vision. But then at the end, essentially, I say that maybe, you can't have, for example, no speed and no duration. You need to have one of these, and in that case, I prioritize adding duration. If you have a projectile with no speed, then we add the speed. So these are basically going over like what are the required parameters. I might change this later to just have like, as part of the specification of the type, like these are the required parameters. So instead of doing like this random thing and adding them after the fact, but this is how it is right now. But essentially it wouldn't be difficult to have like a list per parameter type and say these are required versus these are allowed, But yeah, I've never actually had any bug relating to one-line if statements. I think it may be more so an issue either if you just struggle with it already or you're working on a team, neither of which applies to me, and I just prefer the look of one-line if statements. I think if you have proper indentation, you're set, you know. I've had more issues with that in a language like with Python, where you can, you know, like, of course, the indentation, you know, the interpreter is supposed to catch like incorrect indentation, but you can still have many indentation bugs. There I've had issues. Yeah, I mean, I think if I just add enough, you know, I can author some sane combination of attacks and just have enough masks essentially and enough good default value ranges, you know, that's probably going to be fine. And try to prioritize lower value attacks to be simpler. So like, you know, lower skilled attacks don't necessarily engage with combos, and then the higher up you get, the more crazy the attacks get. Because I mean, that's part of the appeal of the game. It's not necessarily getting those attacks that necessarily make the most sense, but more so getting the attacks that are the wildest and the craziest, that have your slorbs flying out of the arena because of some crazy explosion, or end up, I don't know, freaking power healing your team with like this crazy wacky support attack or whatever. I think that's more the appeal, as opposed to some super balanced gameplay. And I want to have the gameplay where it's sort of like just as likely to send you to the moon for like being lucky, but also, you know, pull you straight back down for getting a little bit unlucky. You know, get that whiplash from a good gen and then a bad gen.
This is Mr. Penguin. Is depressed.
A gent sausage
Hey,
just subscribe.
thank you so much for the subscription,
No idea why, but it seems
Agent
fun.
Sausage. I mean, the thing is, I don't think all procedural gen is hell. I mean, it depends on how loose you can play with it. With terrain generation, you can't play so fast and loose because there has to be a rhyme or reason to like basically everything you're doing. The wackier you can let it be, the better. Okay, so let's implement this goop. I can see an issue, but that's the thing. They're allowed to be overpowered. Like, that's not a limitation I'm setting on myself. Like, I want some attacks to be absolute garbage and some attacks to be absolute insane good, but then the balance against that is some attacks aren't just absolute insane garbage. They're like genuinely dangerous to you, and the permadeath will eliminate the sort of persistent power trip, right? So even if you get an overpowered attack, you never know when some opponent's slorb or your own slorb is gonna get an attack that comes back and bites you right in the ass and absolutely decimates you because you didn't anticipate it. So that's the sort of balance that I want to, you know. Right, so now we do the slime. I can't believe how long it took me to realize that you can do this, that you can just select like objects that are prefabs and just reassign the reference prefab like this. Like you can just drag it up there as a reference. That's been a pain for me for a very long time. I use it quite frequently since learning it. Very much a power move for sure. Okay, let's see here. We can open up the glue glob. Glue glob. Glue glob is very very how do you say?
This is Mr. Penguin. He is the best.
Oh,
Alice_Svaria just subscribed.
thank you so much
I
for
hope things are
subscribing.
going well for you today.
Thank you. We're on a hype train. Hell yeah. Get hyped. This is huge. I'd send money, but I don't have any money. Ah, it's okay, Mega. Wait, I'm gonna just no, I think oh shit. Slime. So the thing is, we need to have these launch with a velocity or start speed. Should be like 2 or something. Or I guess velocity. Or no, they can have a start speed. So 3 and then affected by gravity. Gravity source could be like 0.5 or something. And the start speed should be... keep adding, keep adding. It's gonna be so good. So that's the slime, but I want the slime to stick. So we need to have collision type world. No bounds, just dampen. There. We're gonna see. We might need to have like a base duration on the slime that is super high. Are you making like particles? Yeah, this is not my final form by any sense of the word. I'm just making these attack variations for my slorbs, and this is the last variation I'm gonna have for the little prototype I'm making. Okay. Let's see, and then we need to just go in here. Slime prefab. There we go. And we can also set that the default particle duration is like way longer. But we need to have like, can you have like callbacks on the collision of particles? I guess you can probably, right? Send collision messages. You're right. Yeah. So that's the thing. We need to... How do you add the... Because this shouldn't be, and then we need to add the delivery runner. Only collision between particles? Well, let's see. Get particle collision callback. No? On particle collision. Other is the game object with collider that was hit by a particle. Let's just double check that it's not hallucinating. No, on particle collision is a thing. But that gets called on the slorb then. Right? Or would you have this on the particle system? Yeah, it was hit by a particle. Okay, yeah, so you'd have that on the particle system. Because then we can just trigger that up here. Yeah. Because then we just have like on trigger enter public void on. I wonder if particle trigger, because it is a child. I think it has to be on the particle system. Yeah, probably on the particle system itself. It can't be on the child. So we'll just have to apply. Public void. I'll just do this. I like having iParent. Do this quickly. Oh, right. And we need to add the game object as well. But here's the thing, though. I don't think we can store necessarily what particle data. But that might not even be necessary. We can make the because if you get hit by slime, we don't have to care about you only get hit by one slime once per character, like one slime from one particle system once. You don't get hit by like 2 slimes from one particle system, so I think that's fine. That's fine. Collisions in Penguin Springs is broken. You can't hit people with your car. Okay, I will fix that. Shit, I should just let's change the other. Wait. Then we have the slime particles. But how is it feel in general, Penguin Springs? Like since the update, are the vibes better? We liking the vibes? Based. I feel like I don't know, just looking at the screenshots from Pat, like the quality of the screenshots are just so much better. Like there's something about the quality of the shadows and everything that just looks more like this. It looks very sharp. It's missing the fog and stuff, I think, in the far distance here. There should definitely be fog. There's no sense of scale without the fog, but like the shadows compared to how penguinized, I mean, you can even see the shadows from the boardwalks. You've been shooting up the police? You better have. They don't do shit. Yeah. They don't even attack you? Or are they just like sucky? They're not dangerous. I'll give you that much, but they should at least be shooting you. They should chase you. I mean, they're not that good at chasing, but if you do shoot a police car, they do come for you. Just not, I think, do they not chase you in the car? Or do they use the player position? Maybe they use the player position. I could probably change that. Yeah, I need to make the cars chase cars. I don't think I have that yet. I forgot how I implemented it, but there is a way to get, like, irrespective if you're in a car or you're walking around, you can get the position that's right. Because your player position is obviously not the same as your car position. Right, ability generator, and then we have... I think I'll just extend here. Delivery param, public, enum, mask, delivery type, required delivery type. The traffic should be updated too. Some winds don't stop at red light and others just... Yeah, that's part of why I've been delaying it so long, because I'm really struggling to get the traffic working right. That's been the biggest delay for everything. So a distance is not necessarily required. A speed is required for projectiles. Radius. Don't take this critique about Penguin Springs. For everything that don't work, there's 10 that do work. Yeah, it is a lot of things I'm doing at once. So, but it is, I think for me, the vision of what's required for the game to work, to like sell the fact that this is a city, you need working pedestrians, working traffic. And with that also working police. Like those three things are extremely important, I feel, for what the game is supposed to be. If I nail those, the rest should come with it, essentially. I think I have to make like these be mask values. Which means I might have to redefine shit, but we'll see. What is it, like this? Is it like that? How's the mask flag enum C#? There, that's the one. Sorry. And so well. So 0, right. Equals 1. Yeah. Okay, let's try to record a macro here. I'm just gonna try this. This is a weird one, but we're gonna start here at 0. So first we can do how do you search again? It's not n, right? So we do that, comma. Okay. So the macro will be we start by yanking to 0. Because this assumes we are starting on the equal sign. Then we'll n insert increment, and then go back, reverse find equal sign, and macro. At this, nothing. I don't know why. Okay. Okay, recording queue. So we yank t comma n reverse insert reverse equals and end macro. Oh shit, we didn't do the increment. Okay. Well, it seems like we almost got it. I just want to get this right. Okay. We'll start from the space bar, I think. Yank. Okay, wait, sorry. QR. Yank t comma n reverse increment. Oh. F equals, and then one to the left and macro. Oh. Ah, shit. Almost got it. It didn't work there because it didn't have the comma sign, but pretty good, pretty good. Okay, so this is a flag now. A distance is not required by anyone. I mean, I feel like a distance should be required by a projectile. I don't think a duration should be allowed by a projectile. I don't think we should have flies forever in a distance. I think it's better to just hard lock it, say this projectile flies this distance, because it's arena, right? It's an arena. A duration should work for essentially everything but slime. Slime should exist, or duration should always exist for slime. The rest, you know, bubbles should have a duration. They should also exist for an amount of time. And really, bubbles shouldn't use the AoE collision. They should be like if the particle collides. But maybe we should just have the collision in the radius. I don't know, because you could have like the density of the bubbles and stuff. Radius. Bubbles should have a radius. Slime should have a radius. Spikes should have a radius. And damage should be, well, technically everything, but okay. Oops. Var is mandatory equals delivery params I dot required delivery type dot has delivery. Their delivery type or not? delivery spec dot type. All right, delivery refs in effect. Let's see. By the way, we are going to end stream early today. I know we started late, but we are going to have to end it early as well. I have some other obligations. I think it might be that the... Wait, the given key electric was not present. Okay. Is it not in the style guide? Could be. Element 3, right. Electric. Fire, ice, water, wind. Healing. Fire, ice, water, wind, healing. Electric, metal, and ground. Yeah, because we changed the enum values. But now, they should not be going through any more change. We should be able to be consistent. Whoa! Wait. Did he use the glue one? No. I don't think anyone's using the glue one. I just have to see if anyone uses that one. Used the glue. That's awesome, dude. But we need to set maybe the slorbs on a separate collision layer so they don't collide with the friggin' slorbs. They should collide with the ground. Also, let's see here. I mean, we could technically have them. Yeah, the bounds are way too big. So we have the slime particles. Right, collision. And we can set it to be everything, but if we visualize the bounds, we can make these way smaller, 0.2 or something. And then the shape, 1, and the radius thickness could be, yeah, let's try this. But then let's reduce the starting size to be like 0.7 or something. Yabba dabba doo. Oh no, he got the goop on him. Seems to work at least. Use the slime attack, Slorb. Oh. This is me when I use the slime attack. He's using the slime attack. Okay, so duration is mandatory, but we can set that the duration for if effect spec dot type equals not an effect spec, but rather delivery spec dot type. If effect or delivery spec dot type equals slime, then and if the what is it? Not delivery params I equals duration. Attack, my slobs. Use the slime attack. Slime attack, slob. Use it. You're doing God's work, slob. I feel like if the slurp dies, we should probably stop all the current abilities that it's using. We should have like a callback. Oh, they're both using the goop. Wait, but here's the thing, right? So the duration do we use duration anywhere? Delivery runner here. Right, process spikes param, process. There are no params processed for these. There we go. We need to process the process slime params. Which should be fairly similar to this. I need to become a master particle system user. That's the biggest thing, most important part. I need to see you guys use the slime attack. Chill out, Slorbs. There's too much. Yeah, he gooped out. He gooped out for real, but feels like it's not really if he goops out there, we need to see what's the actual duration of this. Start lifetime is 3. They are gumbling. I think we need to set the start lifetime here. Start and then speed. And if param ID equals delivery param dot duration, and if it is spikes or I think we don't define the type here. We can just do that. Var delivery type equals delivery ref dot spec dot type. If the type equals or if it is spikes or it is not the AoE, but if it is the slime. Oh, or slime. Then we can say oh wait, no, this is before that because this is the delivery runner. We're doing this in the renderer. See, this is nice. This is nice having it split up like this. Render. If it is both spikes or and then we can say here if delivery type is spikes or slime. Yeah, so here's the thing. We should probably iterate across the particle systems once. So we want to put this in here. And then we can say here var main if delivery type is spikes or slime. Oh. I think here, oh, we'll do it like that. Var main is system.main, main dot start lifetime equals storage dot max duration. And then it's the delivery runner, which I think in the init All right, max duration is not an int float, but I think this delivery runner thing, this start here, is not initializing the or rather we can do this. We can just call it not start, but initialize params. And then we call here initialize param in init. Now it should have access to the right data. Let's see if these lime splooges come on. Dude, I don't want to see all these spikes. I want to see more splooges. There we go. That's a splooge, all right. But it doesn't have a very long lifetime. So we initialize that. And then in the ability renderer, we run a render, which checks the particle lifetime, main.start lifetime. If the radius and speed right, but that's not true for I need to see is the time, is the lifetime set for this splooge? Start lifetime is set to 4. But is that really the random values we're generating for it? Or is there something more sinister? Let's see, this is the ability renderer, so we'll do that. Random dot range. No, that is float. So technically, I mean, it would be very odd. Very odd. Let's see. Fire damage, but that's the effect. We need to look at the delivery. Radius and duration. Right, so it receives a default duration. Meaning it doesn't receive a duration. Let's see here. It should have received a duration. Delivery required delivery type. Duration. Slime. So the has thing seems to maybe not be working. Okay, Mr. Splooge. Yeah, it just doesn't give it the duration. Let's see. Is mandatory. Is if the required delivery type has delivery spec. That's also a problem though. Or no, get values is let's see. Debug.log. I mean, it's obviously not reading it as mandatory then. If we add in the default, we're not doing anything weird here in the sanitize, right? Like here, the absence of anything shouldn't be an issue. Here it's one or the other, speed or duration. I don't know, man. That one has a duration. But that could just as well be random. Also has a duration of 5. Do these also have durations? 2, 4. So that one didn't get a duration. That one got a default. Yeah, well, I think I'm gonna end it here today, honestly. Shorter stream, 2.5 hours, but you know, we're good, we're fine. Gonna be a proper decent stream tomorrow. And I'll be back then. And with that said, thank you all for tuning in today. It's been good. It's been nice. It's been chill. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.